Balestier Khalsa have the opportunity to secure a hat-trick of top 4 finishes in the Singapore Premier League tonight as they welcome Tanjong Pagar United to Bishan Stadium. A point will be enough for the home side to seal 4th place, while the away team will be searching for all 3 in their attempts to avoid finishing last. Welcome along to our coverage of the Singapore Premier League. This is match week 20 and here's what we have on the schedule for you. The Young Lions are in action as well this evening. They are up against Geylang International at Jalan Besar Stadium. We will also have 2 matches tomorrow. Hougang United will take on BG Tampines Rovers at Bishan Stadium, while the SPL champions, the Lion City Sailors, attempt to stay unbeaten against Albirex Niigata Singapore. And this is what the table looks like as we get ready for our game between Balestier and Tanjong Pagar. Balestier Khalsa are 4th. They are 6 points clear of Geylang in 5th, so a draw is enough for them to stay in that position once the season wraps up. That is something they will be keen to do, as it will mean they will finish 4th in the league for the 3rd season in a row. Tanjong Pagar United in 8th have 2 matches to save themselves from finishing bottom of the standings in consecutive campaigns. Let's hear from the coaches of both sides, with Marko Kraljevic of Balestier Khalsa up first, followed by Noah Shah of Tanjong Pagar United.
Hi Marko, last home game for you and Balestier. How are you feeling ahead of this match?
Last game, hopefully we can give a good game for our fans, last game of the season, and then we need to pick up some points to make sure we are finished the 4th. This is main target for us this year.
And against Tanjong Pagar tonight, where do you think the match would be won or lost?
I'm meaning Tanjong Pagar, what I say is we play 4 times this year. Every time it was very tough, It's game they're working extremely hard, It's just was many games there was unlucky. Last game also, there was really consider goal is injury time, and then I think we need to take from first minute we need to be really focused and make sure we score the goals and make sure we are very good in the rest defense.
And you faced them 4 times, but all 4 times you have won against them. Does that give you a bit more confidence coming into today?
Yeah, meaning is confidence. Yes, one thing, but every game is different. Is now end of the season, and then for them is nothing to fight for. They're more relaxed. Understand that's fact. Is for us is really we want to finish 4th. We need to finish even last game to win the game. To thank you for the fans who come support us whole season.
Hi Alam, against Balestier Khalsa tonight. How are you and the team feeling ahead of this match?
We are feeling optimistic after the previous performance against Hougang. I think the players have number of days rest, and we are just trying to bring forward the performance and try to get result this time around.
And it's been a tough run in the season, but only 2 matches to go tonight against Balestier. How do you hope to show off the progress that you have made all season long?
I think basically in terms of the result, it has been poor, very, very poor. But in terms of individual growth, there's a lot of lesson learned for us, including the staff, including the coaches and the players themselves. And I can see personally, individually of them understanding what to do, and of course trying to take responsibility now in their own ways.
Your team has definitely made progress, because Marko said earlier it's been difficult difficult against you guys. Tonight maybe you just need a little bit of luck here and there to overcome Balestier.
I think, luck is one thing if we try to score or try to finish. And the problem with us, we can compete with any other teams in this league. I believe that. But the problem is that we are not getting into the penalty box, and we are not even trying to get a lot of chances. And when we do get those chances, we are not able to convert it. So hopefully these last 2 matches we can improve that. By only improving that, then we can have result.
Yeah, some really insightful comments from Noah Shah there, the head coach of Tanjong Pagar United. And with me in the commentary position, someone who's been in that role, former coach in the league, Hide Kames. Hide, welcome along. Good to be working with you again. Yeah, I mean, just listening into Noah Shah there, what I wanted to talk about was he mentioned individual growth. He also mentioned staff learning a lot from this campaign. What will some of those lessons have been?
I'm pretty sure it's more about what not to do, what not to repeat for next season. I think They have had a really, really terrible season, to say the least. They underachieved. I think the quality of their squad initially, and as the season progressed, I don't think they should be lying at the bottom of the table. But for them, and we do have a lot of opportunities for growth here for the staff and as well as the individual players themselves. And with just 2 matches left, there's nothing much they can do to really turn things around, but just to get on with it, finish the season on a high, and hopefully prepare for the next one.
Well, speaking of finishing the season on a high, that is something that Marko Kraljevic said he was keen to do in front of the home crowd here. Wants to send them off with a strong performance, a positive result, and a good performance. That is what he's looking for this evening. But he's done a good job, hasn't he? If they secure 4th, and he's someone who perhaps unfairly at times has faced quite a bit of criticism. There was some concern with him coming back in after Peter Deru's spell. And in terms of results, if you judge coaches based on that, he's actually done a good job, hasn't he? Could be 4th again.
Yeah, I think they overachieved. I was not expecting Balestier Khalsa to finish 4th. I would think that maybe they should be fighting 6th or 7th on the table, but they have been consistent. They have put out very consistent lineups as well, and they've gotten the results so far. So good on Marko.
Match officials for this one, referee is Muhammad Zulfikar Mustafa. It's the first time this season in the Singapore Premier League that he's taking charge of an SPL game involving Tanjong Pagar. He'll be assisted by J. Ashok Raj and Muhammad Yazid Abdul Latif. 4th official, Eldrick Lee. Those are the video assistant referees. VAR is Juherman Zaiton, and the assistant VAR, Chan Kwok Wai. There's Zaiful Nizam and Madhu Mahana, 2 very experienced campaigners. Captains of their respective sides. Madhu with Balestier, Zaiful with Tanjong Pagar United. All smiles before kickoff. Well, let's have a look at the lineups, beginning with the Balestier Khalsa. They have made 1 change to the side from the last outing in the league. Fudil Iyad comes into the team to make his 70th appearance for Balestier since joining the club in February of 2023. He replaces Tajali Salamat, who was sent off against Kelang in their last game. Yakov Katusha and Masahiro Sugita will be players to watch this evening. They bring plenty of quality to this side. Amongst the options on the bench, we have Elijah Lim, Ignatius Ang, and Darren Tay, who we understand is just recovering from a bout of flu. Marko Kraljevic in your picture. It is his 285th match as a head coach in Singapore football. 237 of them were Balestier Khalsa over 3 spells. Here's what Tanjong Pagar United have gone with for their starting 11. They have also made just 1 change from the side that came up against Hougang United. Israfil Yusof returns to the lineup in place of Zenivio Mota, who has been left out of the matchday squad because of a leg injury, which is what we have been told by the club. Elsewhere in the team, Fatullah Rahman makes his 85th Singapore Premier League appearance. He keeps his place in the side. Australian midfielder Jesse Daly, who was signed in July of last year, makes just his 2nd appearance for the club. And there's their bench. Shahadat Masnawi, Faisal Roslan, Nakiuddin Yunus among some of the attacking options. Sahil Sahimi is there as well. This is Noor Alam Shah's 40th match as head coach of Tanjong Pagar United. He has never won a game against Balestier. This is his 6th time he's coming up against them as a coach. So Hide, having had a look at the lineups and the tactics, what kind of fixture can we expect?
Well, I think this is a game where anyone who capitalizes on those mistakes, which I think is going to be quite a decent amount as well, will be the one winning the games. Always the central areas are hugely important. I still think that Fatullah and Jesse could be a weakling, or two weaklings over there for Tanjong Pagar, and that's where Sugita and Vujanic, who are experienced campaigners, would like to capitalize and control and manage the central areas with better rhythm and possession.
And so we have kickoff here at Bishan Stadium. It is Tanjong Pagar United going from left to right. in the black and white strip up against Balestier Khalsa in the red. The home team going from right to left. Sharul Sazali into Fatullah Rahmat. Madhu looking to clear. Comes down to Estevez. Looks a very exciting player in this Tanjong Pagar United setup. Much needed flair that he brings to this side. A quality and that creative element in attack for them.
Yeah, I do agree with you as well. I think he has been the main guy, providing that bit of differential factor for Tanjong Pagar, together with Mota, and recently as well from Cannavaro. They've always had issues scoring those goals, putting those opportunities across the line for them to get ahead in the games.
There's Cannavaro, back to Daly. Clever pass forward to Israfil. Holds on to it. Back to Fatullah. Low drive! Well, caused some concern for Mustapic.
Yeah, we talked about the central areas earlier on. Fatullah just getting into that dangerous area where he received it. First touch wasn't fantastic. I don't think the pitch is fantastic as well for a game of free-flowing football.
Yeah, I thought that was actually a touch from the goalkeeper. It was a bobble off the pitch on its way out. A pitch which they are planning on conducting some repair work, some maintenance on for a couple of months after we have our final fixture here tomorrow. That's Balestier looking for their first opportunity.
Again, good build-up. Pressing wasn't fantastic from Tanjong Pagar. An occurrence that we have seen quite a bit in the course of the season. Managed to get into the attacking third, but the last piece of action wasn't decisive enough for a chance on goal.
So this is Balestier in fourth on the SPL standings, up against Tanjong Pagar, who are eighth. Last team in the division. And Balestier needing just a point to secure fourth spot. As Vujanic goes deep. Subaric with the header.
A bit too hard overhit from Vujanic.
And that's Vujanic, who's got good quality from those set-piece deliveries. And play them in with plenty of pace. And a goal kick from Zaiful Nizam, bouncing straight out.
No one really putting their effort in to get the first ball.
Madhu on to Sugita. Quick feet. Really well done. That's an interesting one when you think about Balestier and the individual awards for their player of the season. You've got a couple of strong options in Katusha, who receives now on the left. And Sugita is another one. As Katusha easily passed his marker. And Bogdan Mandic has his first effort at goal.
Oh, we've had quite a number of chances over the first 4 minutes here. Again, Katusha, who I agree with you, could be up for their player of the season. To Mandic in the central areas, I don't think he was in a good standing position to try to maneuver it across on target.
And Balestier as well coming into this match with the SPL's fourth best attack, 34 goals scored, 43 goals conceded. Not that great defensively. Pretty exciting. That's a good cross from Israfil. Mustapic with the punch away. Collided with Fudil. Daniel Go. He's been in a nice run of goal scoring form recently.
Mustapic read it really well. I think he knew that the cross was coming, took a few steps forward, and was there first ahead of anyone really.
That's Subaric. Daly. That's Vujanic. Gets it back from Mustapic. Well, that playing surface is going to be another thing for the players to deal with.
Yeah, you'll never know where the ball is going to land, especially those patches that you see on screen.
See the ball bobbling around quite a bit as well. Sharo tries to go inside. Well, I mentioned Balestier's goal-scoring record this season. Done pretty well in that department. For Tanjong Pagar, it's been a real struggle. Just 15 goals scored in 19 matches. They've conceded 56. The league's second worst attack. The competition's worst defense. And I think Matic is saying there was a back pass there.
Yeah, I don't think that would be the case. Worth a shout. Anything is worth a shout for something that you would hope to go for you. Good work from Madu, really smart, really experienced, just hitting it back to the goalkeeper to restart their possession phase.
As Manu Mohana made his 100th appearance for Balestier in their last game. That was against Geylang. A really good game of football that as well. Plenty of drama right at the end with Elijah Lim scoring a late winner in stoppage time. An important victory for Balestier as well. Gave them that 6-point lead over Geylang coming into this fixture.
Comfortable now, just needed a draw. 1 point over the next 2 games to secure their 4th spot. Marco would definitely look at tonight to secure that as early as possible.
Well, that's right. They play Geylang again in their final match of the season. So if they don't get the job done here, that could be interesting, provided Geylang win their fixture. That's going on against the Young Lions. Here's Cannavaro. Subaric stepping in with the clearance.
Well, the field does seem pretty thick on certain parts. The roll of the ball is not so smooth. It's heavy, and again, it's not conducive for football playing teams.
Estevez going back to Kim Lee Kwan. There's Fotola. There's Jesse Daly. Fabio Cannavaro fouled in midfield. Side out Mount. This is Rafael. Fouled by Hari Kanadi.
Not an ideal position to be in. It's Rafael receiving the ball and facing their own goal.
This is Rafael. Could have had the beating of Hari to have committed fully to trying to block what he thought was going to be a cross. So Rafael then just overhit that. Mandic, Katusha, now it's space. He's got Matic in the area. Has the cutback. A late run into the box from Sugita.
He took just a little too long, Sugita, to pull the trigger. Katusha having space, having time, playing it to the running player. Sugita controlled it again, wasn't fantastic as well. Could be the bounce of the ball, could be the unpredictability of the pass as well. Just took it away from him. And his shot was being blocked by one of the Tanjong Pagar defenders.
That's Vuyanic. Just taking a misstep. Tripped himself up. Resets. Good delivery. What a chance that. Mandic in the 6-yard box. Couldn't get clean contact on that. That's Madhu. And coming together there between him and Jesse Daly.
Well, he was perfectly positioned there. There was a little bit of challenge. I think it was from Lee Chan-woo. But he was in a perfect position just to guide the ball across. Just needed a touch. And Jesse unhappy with quite a few things.
28-year-old. Just getting involved with a couple of Balestier players. The referee just telling him to calm things down. There's another one that's gone deep to Madhu.
I do think Madhu is experienced enough to play these mind games with anyone. Well, he's just smiling. And he knows that maybe he has gotten under the skin of J.C. Bailey.
Well, he's gotten involved in a few scraps through his career, I'm sure. Madhu Mohana, plenty of experience, and hopefully he will be able to use that. Jesse Daly looking a little bit rattled in the early stages of this one. Madhu running away with a smile, but professional players, they'll remember.
Yeah.
They'll look for the opportunity. That's Vujanic. Matic. Lovely touch away from Ichanu. That's Matic! Oh, that's brilliant! Wow. What a goal by Tin Matic! Just his 3rd of the season. But it's a spectacular strike after some lovely work to get away from his defender.
What a goal from Tin Matic. Again, it really boils down to the fact that nobody was winning the first ball from that goal kick. I think it has been 4 goal kicks. 3 of them, 1 of them went out, and 3 of them wasn't been won by any Tanjong Pagar players. This time around, Tin Matic got the ball from Vujanic. Bit Lee Chan-woo, had a few players ahead of him, created that space for himself, opened himself up, and just curled it across to the far post. What a quality goal from the number 17.
There you go, 3rd goal in the SPL for Tin Matic. It's his 8th for Balestier in all competitions. 5 of those 8 goals coming in 6 Singapore Cup appearances for the club. There's Cannavaro. Going to work the opening for a shot himself.
Well, running at the Balestier Khalsa defense. Good response again from Tanjong Pagar. I will be pretty disappointed at how things have gone for Tanjong Pagar, especially conceding from goal kicks.
As Daniel Goh. Mandic makes a run. Found by Daniel Goh. Katusha on the far post. Mandic. This runs out of space.
Katusha was in a really good position there. Mandic, I don't think he was confident enough to play the ball with his right foot. He was looking for it. Couldn't find that opportunity and just ran it out for a corner kick.
7 goals this season for Mandic from 19 appearances.
I would say pretty decent, but in terms of overall performance, I don't think he has lived up to his expectations of himself and maybe the club's expectations as well.
Chan-woo with the first header. Playing it right here to point out that lack of overall contribution on a consistent enough basis.
Yeah, exactly. I don't think he's been a focal point of attack for Balestier Khalsa. He's been there. He's got a few here and there and try to help the club win matches, but again, overall contribution could be better.
At the end of the season, though, you could very well say he finished as the team's top scorer. Currently 2 ahead of Sugita and Katusha in that regard.
Well, statistically, it's not that bad. On paper as well, it's not that bad, but again, you know, doing games, watching him play week in, week out, you would expect more from your number 9.
And you have to say, 5 of his 7 goals came in just 3 matches. 1 against the Young Lions, 2 against Geylang, 2 against Tanjong Pagar, and their 4-1 win. So again, you talk about the contribution,
Yeah.
consistency. That's something he has really struggled with this campaign. And he's only scored 1 goal in his last 7 appearances prior to being named in the lineup here.
It's been amazing as well for Marco, because you look at his quality of his squad overall. You don't think that they have enough quality going through a season and being able to finish 4th. You only have a few players who can really come in and, you know, try to replicate the same quality, but it's always the same players. I think the younger players are not ready to step up. And that's where it's been really good in terms of efficiency of using and utilizing these players over the course of the whole season.
They're looking for their 10th win this campaign. They've had 2 draws, 8 defeats. Katusha, good ball in. Mandic again was there. Got into a good area.
Yeah, he made that run. Credit to him. He was there. He was ahead of his opponent, direct opponent as well. Just couldn't time it right to make contact. Should have buried that one.
Cannavaro. Estevez. Fotola. Looking for Junior Gile. Tanjong Pagar saying there was a foul. Referee doesn't agree, so play continues for the moment. Here's Daniel Go.
So difficult to dribble the ball and run with the ball as well.
Oh, he still managed to keep it under control from right to left.
These are, of course, certain conditions that you need to think about when you are setting up your game plan. You wouldn't want to get yourself involved in the central areas. You look at the penalty spot there, it's just a mess.
Madhu. Clever ball, well weighted. Now Sugita with the shot. Just wide. Worked the opening himself.
Yeah, worked it from the right-hand side. Started out in the center. Let's look at this again. Is that really a foul? Again, he's big, he's strong. He should be better than that. This was the opportunity for Mandic. Could cross into a very dangerous area, very dangerous zone. For defending from Kim Bee Kwan.
I was just having a look at Junior Gile, 2 goals in his 10 appearances for Tanjong Pagar coming into this match. That's Fatola. Daly. That's a good pass from the Australian. There's Fatola into the box. Wants to go back out to Estevez. Turning away from Fudil. Digs out a cross, but only as far as Vujanic. There's Madhu showing his composure. Sugita on first time. Daniel Go. Back to Sugita. Well, Daniel Go was taken out off the ball.
Well, Sugita should have seen that.
Might have been a case of Sugita passing it back to him, hoping that the referee blows whistle for a free kick.
Well, to be fair, he didn't really ask for it after that.
That's Fatola. He's playing an interesting position here, Fatola. Looks to be a little bit more advanced and allowed that freedom to drift into different spaces. There's a push from Harriet. Unnecessary.
Again, Straffield was facing his own goal. Nowhere he could have gone except for going backwards.
Daly. He's had a tough campaign here in Singapore. Jesse Daly. suffering an injury, signed in July. Hasn't been able to really make a contribution this season. Sugita, good run. Overhits the pass into Mandic. Provide some respite for Tanjong Pagar. Get the players back into defense. Here's Vujanic. Sugita. Katusha. Not quite sure he knew where he was headed, but he's won a free kick.
Yeah, you can blame the field for that. The ball was bobbling up. He couldn't control it. The ball was under his feet. In terms of outcome, you could say he's quite efficient. A lot of holes in his socks as well. Very similar to the pitch.
So Katusha will be taking this.
I think he had quite a tough start, Katusha, to the season.
Yes, he did.
Yeah, and eventually found his feet and grew into the league.
There's one for Zaiful to punch away. Matic retrieves. And an opportunity for Tanjong Pagar on the break. Cannavaro. Estevez.
Opportunity for attacking transition has been lost. Although Tanjong Pagar is still in control of possession.
That's good pressing from Balestier. Just squeeze the space as well and force the turnover.
I think the quality of Tanjong Pagar playing on the ground has not been fantastic all season. Then Gyo losing possession on the far right hand side.
Kim Lee Kwan playing on the left hand side of a back three for Tanjong Pagar. Israfil has gone down. Looks like it might be a muscle injury for Israfil.
When you look at their bench, they have direct replacement in Nakuddin Yunus. If Noah Alamshah decides to play him.
Oh, it might be his knee actually. That he's struggling with.
He's not looking good. He's wincing in pain. He's calling Nakuddin, I think.
It looks like they might need to make a change. Israfil certainly thinking about it. They've got Sahil Suhaimi, Azim Akbar, Shadat Masnawi, Faisal Roslan, Nakuddin Yunus who could play in that position as well. So some options, certainly tactically. There you go, Faisal Roslan will come on. So perhaps a little bit of a reshuffle in terms of the setup. Or does he go in at right wing back and stay there?
Yeah, I think he would go at right wing back. I don't think there's going to be any tactical change. I think it was knee to knee for both of them. Israfil not getting the best out of that challenge.
It looked okay initially. But certainly seems to be in a lot of pain now and unable to walk himself off. So they will need a stretcher here. And there will be a change for Tanjong Pagar.
Either Roslan, I don't think a player whose natural position is at right wing back, but can be converted into that position because he likes to go forward.
But they're not going to risk it with Israfil, anything to do with the knee.
Yeah. Again, this time of the season, nothing much to play for. Right now, just making sure they are making a calculated risk.
Well, you feel for Israfil, don't you? So the experienced Faisal Roslan will come on. And you mentioned Faisal not really being a natural right wing back, and he isn't, but he's been used in several different roles in his time at the club, hasn't he?
Oh, he has played as left wing back, left centre back, dead centre in the central defence, maybe central midfield as well, in a more defensive role.
Yes, Cannavaro, good strong play. Fabio Cannavaro into the box, cuts it back, left by Fatula. Oh, what a chance, a big opportunity for Tanjong Pagar. Junior Gile has blasted that over.
Noah Alam Shah would be really fuming as well. His striker, only the goalkeeper to beat. Look at this work here from Cannavaro. Getting ahead of Subaric. Fatula having the presence of mind to just let the ball roll, knowing that his striker, Junior Gile, would be there on his right foot. Oh, nothing much to say about that attempt.
Good position there.
Yeah.
Pretty straight, right down the middle.
Yeah, exactly. I think throughout the 10 games that he has had quite a few get-out chances that he has missed. You have to give credit the fact that he's got himself into that position, but that finish, oh my. You would expect a foreign striker to finish that easily.
That's Faisal Roslan. There's Gile. Okay, just gets held up. Daly. Oh, flag is up anyway. Marko Kraljevic perhaps not too happy with the lack of communication from his side. That's been a huge issue for Tanjong Pagar United, not just this campaign, but in previous seasons as well. We've seen how difficult it's been for them to get foreign signings of the necessary quality to actually make a big difference.
Well, I think ever since they lost Rio, they have been really looking at a number of foreign signings to replace that quality up front. Never had that.
Here's Fatola. Faisal. Fatola. There's Gile. Can to use his strength here. Gile with the shot. Balestier's defender saying there was a touch off his arm. Referee allowing play to continue.
Yeah, strong. Is there a touch? Well, can't really see that much from there.
A high boot, but look at Sugita. Incredible again. Powers through the midfield.
Oh. Just need a bit more quality in that pass. Fell short and allowed Kim Lee Kwan to recover.
That's Daly.
It's been quite a decent game of football so far. Chances for both sides. Chances for both strikers as well.
Mustapic. Tanjong Pagar can press. Hurried. Finds Katusha. Lovely play from Balestier. Subaric. Loves the opportunity to get forward. Into Matic again. Matic! Oh, good save.
Oh.
Excellent from Zaiful. Lovely move from Balestier, though, from back to front.
We have seen it a few times in the first 30 minutes and always trying to get into that final third. Tin Matic again coming inside on his right foot, going to the far post. This time Zaiful, good reaction save as well. We don't have any central areas for Tanjong Pagar. That's where they are losing those ground there. There's so much space for Balestier Khalsa to just drive through. Jesse was struggling to get back. Could be the fact that he hasn't played for quite a long time. Couldn't match the pace of the attack from Balestier Khalsa.
That's Vujanic. Again, such a dangerous delivery in.
Yeah, lovely piece of delivery from Vujanic. Consistent as well. Maybe 4 corner kicks, always in the right zones.
Last touch was off Mandic.
Another goal kick for Zaiful. See what the similar strategy or similar tactic going to be used.
Well, Gile not in the picture there, so imagine he's dropped off to here, about halfway. And goes through to Faisal Roslan. There's Vujanic, Shubaric, Mustapic. Given straight back to the opposition. Faisal goes for goal.
Faisal tends to do this sometimes, where he would just take that long shot instead of getting his teammates involved and build the attack a little bit more.
Yet to score this season, Faisal Roslan had 4 goals in the SPL in the last campaign.
I do remember him scoring a screamer as well with his long shot last season. I think it's 1 out of 10 tries. So that's in that situation, that context, could be frustrating.
Sugita. Fudil. Go. He thought he was fouled by Sharul Sazali.
Referee was right in front. Calls for play to go on.
As Daly, who is played in the Canadian Premier League and prior to his move to Tanjong Pagar. Also has some experience playing in the A-League in Australia with Brisbane Roar. I mean, 54 appearances for them. Here is Daly. Gile. Estevez actually did very well to keep that in play.
I think he wanted to ricochet the ball back towards Fudil and maybe win a throw in or a corner kick. Good idea.
So an update from Jalan Besar Kim Tae Ho with the goal for Geylang. There's the 4th meeting between these clubs this season. A 3rd league game, this one. They also met in the Singapore Cup in the group stage. Balestier with 3 wins in the last 3 matches against Tanjong Pagar. And last time they faced off against each other on the 1st of March, Balestier with a 4-1 victory. They've got a great record against Tanjong Pagar. It's 12 matches now since Balestier have suffered defeat. Here's Daly. Faisal. Cannavaro. Fatola. Cannavaro. Sugita. Gets his boot in the way. As patient in possession from Balestier. Vujanic bobbles it across to Fudil. Able to control this time. Estevez. Pretty ambitious. From that way out, Emilio Estevez with the shot.
I think he was frustrated earlier on when he played the ball in and Junior didn't really get into position for that cross. I could have played Junior as well because he was in an offside position. And the pace of the game has died down a little.
Here's Sharrell. Daly. Still very comfortable in possession.
Yeah. I think he brings a good balance in midfield as well. I think all this while it was Raihan and Fatullah, or Raihan and somebody else in the middle, and I think Jesse would be a perfect player to play in this formation in the central areas.
That's Vujanic. He's been an important player for Balestier in the middle of the park as well. Powerful presence.
Yeah, I agree with you. Technical, pretty unorthodox with a left foot, playing in central areas as well. Reads the game, manages the tempo for the team.
Šubarić. That's Katusha. Vujanic. Lovely touch on. Some good football from Balestier. Able to retain possession via Sugita.
Yeah, again, Balestier is, I mean, when you think about Marco, you wouldn't think that this is the football that he is able to produce for his team, but this season they've been playing decent football on the ground. A lot of rotations in midfield, especially with Sugita coming from deep.
There's Vujanic. Thought about the cross, decided against it. Gets the cross in this time, but that's been blocked by Ichanu.
Really patient from Balestier Khalsa. Again, this is exactly what you want from your team. Not to rush your attack. Making sure that your players are ready before launching it in, as well as managing those transitions if it happens.
So on this side, we're seeing a corner here. Shall be taken by Katusha. And loops it all the way across to Madhu Mahana. Took the last touch. And so it will be a goal kick to Tanjong Pagar.
Really deep corner kick from Katusha. I think Madhu is still having that war of words with the number 8, Jesse.
Well, it's the kind of thing that does happen pretty often in the sport, as long as it doesn't boil over.
Yeah. You got to do whatever you can to just be ahead of your opponent.
And some players actually enjoy that side of the game, don't they?
Yeah. And some players get really riled up as well if they are at the receiving end.
Here's Daly. An equalizer for the Young Lions, Sergio Mendonca with the leveler. No one over at Jalan Besar Stadium. Mandic. There's Matic. And space for Estevez here in midfield.
Options. Finding one forward to play back.
Here he is again. Recycle. Look for another way through. Tanjong Pagar. Sharol to Daly. Michanu. Kim Lee Kwan. Cannavaro. Oh, it's left by Faisal. Wasn't read by Fatullah. Subaric. Onto Mandic. Look at Subaric go. Continues his run forward. Might fall to Subaric. I think he's fouled Ichan Wu.
Yeah, you're out of position. You're not getting the ball. Foul him, get back, get organized. But look at this run from Subaric. Knew exactly where the space is. Trying to get there. The ball didn't get to him.
I've seen quite a bit of this from Subaric this season.
Yeah.
He's very happy to make those runs forward. He's only scored 1 goal though this campaign.
I think it brings a bit of unpredictability as well. A centre back who can move forward with the ball, can progress, and get yourself in a numerical advantage.
Cannavaro. Daly. Chile. Needs to make that stick. They're actually progressing it pretty decently at times, Tanjong Pagar.
It's always the final third where they lose possession. And sometimes they get caught out as well because there's a lot of players committed forward.
Oh, lovely from Vujanic. Brilliant stuff away from Faisal Roslan and then Fatullah. Excellent composure. Here he is again, Vujanic. Sugita. Harith. Shot coming off. Side Akmal. Need to score this campaign, Harith Kanadi.
But I actually think that Harith Kanadi, when he started out in 2020 with Geylang International, he had huge potential. I thought he had a really good season at left back. I don't think he has lived up to his potential as well. Went to Lion City Sailors.
That's right. I was just going to say, he spent some time at the Lion City Sailors as well. There's Faisal, the defensive header. Harith. Touched out wide by Matic to Katusha. Oh, we're hearing that there will be a minimum of 3 minutes added on. And Katusha, a bit of concern because he was just feeling his left hamstring.
It's not something Marco would like to hear.
Well, that's been confirmed. Minimum of 3 minutes. Mandic turns it over cheaply. It's Vujanic, headed on by Katusha. Well, apparently there was a foul there from Vujanic.
Pretty soft, I feel, for the foul. Both going for it, both starts up.
Ichanu. Syed Ahmad. Faisal. Into Fabio Cannavaro. Faisal. Initially looked like it had a nice shape on that cross. But it's been collected by Estevez anyway on the far side. And again in the attacking third, it just breaks down for Tanjong Pagar.
Yeah. Noor Alam Shah also mentioned early on in the pre-match interview that something that they need to work on. You can't score the goals, you can't win matches.
And just over the head of Matic. Faisal. Nice strong aerial challenge. Comes away with it temporarily. Now Subaric. Might have just heard from Marko Kraljevic there asking his players to move and to provide options for the player on the ball. It's been given away just like that.
Yeah, I think he knew exactly what was coming. He needed the players to get into good positions to play the ball forward and still keep in possession.
Faisal. That's Vujanic. Faisal. On to Daly.
First touch had to go to his left side. Fatullah opted to play the ball for a 1-2 or a wall pass.
And that is it for this first half at Bishan Stadium. Not much in the way in terms of clear-cut chances for either of these two sides. And it's Balestier who will go into the break in the lead. But a superb goal from Tin Matic, just his third of the season. And took it past Lee Chan-woo and from some distance curled it into the far corner for a goal in the 12th minute. Which means a half-time here at Bishan Stadium. It's Balestier Khalsa 1, Tanjong Pagar United 0. Welcome back to Bishan Stadium. Half-time here between Balestier Khalsa and Tanjong Pagar United. And it's the home team leading by 1-0. Let's have a look at the highlights then. Beginning with this opportunity in the second minute. After Israfil. Made it off to Fatullah. And then his low drive, taking a bobble off the pitch and going wide.
Fatullah getting that first chance for Tanjong Pagar. Eventually, again, I do agree with you. I thought as well that the save was made by Mustapic, but it was the bobble. And at the 12th minute, the first ball wasn't being won by any of the Tanjong Pagar players. Ball got to Tin Matic in the end. Had 3 players in front of him. Drove forward and just curled the ball into the far post.
That was an excellent goal from Tin Matic. His 3rd of the season. Clever touch away from Ichan Wu. And then a drive inside. Perfect placement on that one from Tin Matic to give Balestier the lead. Allowing them to go in front, take control. And a well-placed finish by Tin Matic.
Could be his best goal of the season.
And then in the 18th minute, just 6 minutes after that goal from Matic, it was Mandic who missed out on that touch.
Well, we've had a miss. This one coming from the number 9 of Balestier Khalsa, Mandic, just outside that 6-yard box. Totally missed it.
And in the 27th minute, Tanjong Pagar with Faisal Roslan having come on for Israfil Yusof, winning the header onto Cannavaro, and this was set up beautifully and perhaps should have been the equalizer. Junior Gile blasting that one over.
The best chance for any side or both sides so far in the first half. Created by Cannavaro, plays the ball in, good awareness from Fatullah, but really poor finishing from Junior Gile.
And then in the 31st, Balestier with a lovely team move. Started out from the back, played through the lines, Matic into the box, and then this one was kept out beautifully by Zaiful Nizam.
And guess what? It was Subaric playing that final ball towards Matic. And Zaiful this time, beautiful save.
And that was pretty much all the action from that first half in terms of quality chances for both sides. Plenty of attempts overall. Hide, not enough efficiency from Tanjong Pagar in terms of the efforts on target.
Had a few attempts, but only 1 on target. 0 corner kicks as well. Balestier Khalsa having a lot of those coming from more towards the left foot of Vujanic. Still not hurting as much as they should.
So still just the 1 goal in this contest. Lots more to look forward to in the second half. Elsewhere on match week 20 on this evening, Jalan Besar, Young Lions 1, Geylang International 1. It was Geylang who scored first. The Young Lions with the equalizer through Mendonca. 2 more matches coming your way tomorrow. One at Bishan Stadium here again, and then also at Jalan Besar Stadium. Hougang will be taking on BG Tampines, and the Lion City Sailors, the SPL champions, will be coming up against Albirex Niigata Singapore over at Jalan Besar. We'll go away for another break, and when we come back, we will have the second half between Balestier Khalsa and Tanjong Pagar United. Welcome back to Bishan Stadium for the second half between Balestier Khalsa and Tanjong Pagar United. 1-0 to the home team. Balestier Khalsa with the only goal of this match so far, and that came in the 12th minute thanks to Tin Matic. It was an excellent finish by Matic. They could have gotten another as well through Matic. He was denied by Zaiful Nizam. Tanjong Pagar themselves had a chance through Junior Gile, their best chance of that first half. And he put his effort well over after some lovely work in the lead up to that. Jesse Daly, the number 8 for Tanjong Pagar. I said a very steady outing for them. Looks to be a solid, reliable presence in central midfield. And with just the one goal in it, it's a close affair this. So Tanjong Pagar have plenty to play for and to fight for in this second half that is to come.
Yeah, I think Junior Gile has had a change for his pair of boots, and let's hope that would bring some luck. Scoring boots, perhaps. And again, the first half, first 25 minutes for both sides were pretty decent. I think both teams were going at it. It was pretty open as well. Intensity was pretty good, and a few chances was created. Good ones at that for both sides. As you mentioned, Junior Gile missing a sitter right in front of goal, while the number 9 of Balestier Khalsa also missed one at the 6-yard box. And eventually the game just somehow died down and fizzed off. And let's hope that the second half would start the same way as the first and would be throughout rather than just the first 25 minutes.
Well, we're focusing on Matt Silva now, who's taken over the captaincy. He will be replacing Zaiful Nizam, who we understand has picked up a muscle injury of some kind, so they don't want to risk him as well and make that injury any worse, so they decide to go with the change. And no issues in terms of experience coming on. 35-year-old Matt Silva, the Canadian, joined Tanjong Pagar in January of last year, making his 7th appearance in the SPL this season. And he'll come on for the second half. Tanjong Pagar have already had to make a change in the first, with Israfil being replaced by Faisal Roslan.
2 forced substitutions for Tanjong Pagar, and don't think they would be in that position, or they would like to be in that position. Always forced changes are not something that you plan in your days leading up into the game. But you have to make those changes, you have to react and come up with plan B, C and D sometimes.
Both players having to leave the field through injury. So we're just moments away from getting the second half started.
I don't think there's going to be much changes in terms of how things are going to shape up tactically. I think both teams were creating chances. It just needs to be better. The execution of the last 2-3 actions in the final third for both sides.
So it will be Balestier to kick off this second half. Playing in the red, going from left to right on your screens. Against Tanjong Pagar United in the white and black. Tin Matic with the only goal of this match so far. That one coming in the 12th minute. As Silva gets his first touch. That's a long punt upfield. So as things stand, Balestier on their way to securing 4th spot. That's Daly. A real physical battle there between Sugita and Fatullah. And Sugita wants the whistle. Told to get back up by the referee. Tanjong Pagar in possession. Sharol Read by Daniel Go. That's Mandic.
He gotta be stronger than that as a striker. Keep the ball, hold it off, rather hold your opponent off.
Richanu back to Silva. They'll have to very quickly get adjusted to the conditions of this playing surface as well.
Usually substitutes that are being called upon right after half-time. You don't really warm up that well. You don't really have that much time to warm up. The side.
Seeing a lot of action already in terms of passes being played back into him. Vujanic, clever. Sugita with the space to turn. Not enough pace on that pass.
Giving the ball away too cheaply, Tanjong Pagar. No options forward, no options to the sides as well.
Here's Daniel Go. Well defended by Sharol. Cannavaro. Running straight into Fudil, but gets it back and has the pace to get away. That should be a booking for Sugita.
Yeah, Sugita knows about it as well. So much space for Cannavaro to go forward if he didn't make that tackle. Yeah, he was away. Definitely away, Cannavaro. Had to be brought down.
So 4th yellow card of the season for Sugita. Looking at a suspension. And Balestier, who in their final match against Gelang, will be needing to find a different solution for Sugita suspension. Cannavaro, looked like he's picked up a wrist injury. Already has quite a bit of strapping on that right wrist. But he's okay to continue for the moment. One of the holes in the socks again, this from Daly.
I don't think that's comfortable as well. It's just preferences for a lot of players nowadays. Well, not good for sponsors.
I wonder, I don't think the kit man will be very happy with, with all of that.
It's difficult to wash. Oh, the holes just get bigger and bigger then.
There's Mandic. Harith. Katusha. Up against Syed Akmal. Goes on the outside. Oh, it's a touch from Kim Lee Kwan. And really could have gone anywhere, that.
Really awkward for him as well. His standing position was not right. The ball was bobbling right in front of him. Very difficult for a left footer in that position.
There could be danger here for Tanjong Pagar. Vujanic again. Good ball in. There's a header. That's a goal. It's been put away. Another excellent delivery from Vujanic. And it's Mandic who applies the finishing touch.
It was coming, wasn't it? First half, Vujanic had at least 4 corner kicks on his side. And corner kick number 8 this time for Balestier Khalsa. Mandic finished it coolly and calmly as well. Same position, same delivery, same corner kick. He was in between 2 players, or two Tanjong Pagar players, and he was first to the ball. And credit to him this time, guiding it into the ground. Quite difficult for Matt Silva to just get it away.
8th goal of the season.
18-19 or 18-20.
18-20 now. He goes 3 goals clear of Sugita and Katusha in the race to be Balestier's top scorer. A delightful service. That delivery from Vujanic really was top quality, and not just about the attackers. It's good for them, but defensively, it's such a difficult delivery to deal with.
Yeah, because I think as a goalkeeper as well, because all the corner kicks that was being sent over by Vujanic, the goalkeeper was staying. Zaiful was staying, and this time Matt was staying as well. He was. I think it's just too quick. The whip in that delivery is quite difficult for goalkeepers to judge. It's still at the 6-yard box, and all balls at the 6-yard box is always going to be the goalkeepers. But again, they opted to stay on their line.
And that's the pace and the whip and the dip that he's able to get in that. A dream for the attack, a nightmare for the defense.
Again, the consistency. I think he's had 5 corner kicks on his side. I think only 1 was overhead to the far post, and I think Subaric was the one who got to the ball. Didn't manage anything out there.
That'll be frustrating for Tanjong Pagar to concede from a corner like that. It might have been a handball. Play allowed to continue. Estevez with the shot. Goes wide for a goal kick anyway.
I think he knew that maybe he handled the ball and just didn't want to advance anymore and just took that shot.
Stapic.
Oh.
Good play, clever pass. Breaks that press, opens up the pitch for Balestier. Sugita, Matic, big opportunity. And he's taken that. Tin Matic gets their 3rd. Again, Balestier, they have worked this wonderfully well. Back to the goalkeeper, right through that pass.
Yep.
And it opened it up for Balestier. He'll be delighted with that goal.
Oh, thumbs up from the gaffer. Marco, again, I would be delighted as well. You look at this quality here. The first pass forward on his left foot. I think it was at least 7 players beaten with that pass. And it's 4 against 4, but it was advantage to Tin Matic here. Good run from Mandic as well to take the defender away, creating that space for his teammate. And that's really underrated as well, that move from Mandic. Pretty similar goal, opening up himself and just rolling it in.
Well, nicely put away for his 4th of the SPL season. Scored his first goal in the league back in October against BG Tampines in a 3-all draw, and scored one of the goals in their 2-1 win against Hougang on the 9th of March, and now he's picked up a double.
Well, 54 minutes, 10 minutes have passed, and I think Balestier Khalsa are looking really comfortable in this position now. 3 goals ahead, and we have seen Tanjong Pagar just crumbling after conceding in previous matches.
There's Katusha. Final goal. 2 defenders for company. Smartly done. Gets a touch of Sharul and wins a corner.
Daniel has been pretty quiet, not providing enough on the right-hand side, receiving the ball closer to the central areas rather than advancing in the attacking third. Man, he's receiving. Let's see if we will see any changes from Balestier Khalsa. Vujanic again.
That's Vujanic again.
Oh.
Delightful. This time, Silva does come out to get a touch on that. Katusha to go! Wow. Not sure how he's missed that.
Well, he was quiet in the first half. Got himself right now in the penalty box, right in front of the 6-yard. Just needed that touch. Pretty similar to Junior as well. Touch was under, and the ball just straight away went up above the bar.
He scored 3 goals in his last 5 appearances, Daniel Goh. It should have been 4 in 6. Let's put it. Turns it over to Cannavaro. Tried to do a Matic. Couldn't beat Mustapic. With the throw out to Matic. Opening up here. The Tanjong Pagar defense under pressure again. Katusha has got Sugita in support. There is Masahiro Sugita. Bit of a wild swing that from Sharul Sazali, but he comes away with the ball.
Every time they play a penetrative pass that beats a lot of their opponents, Balestier Khalsa has been really dangerous. Again, it took only a bad touch from Sugita for Tanjong Pagar to win the ball back.
Delhi. There's Sharul. Oh, he's looking for a runner. He's got time on the ball to actually point and say, I need someone in that space.
Everybody's standing and watching him, wanting the ball to be played to their feet.
Must be just so deflating for Tanjong Pagar. I think especially if you're a Tanjong Pagar fan watching on.
Yeah, I don't think they were too happy about the performances so far this season for Tanjong Pagar. I think they made it known to Noor Alam Shah at one of the games. Wasn't nice to hear, but again, a fair reflection of how the season has been for the Jaguars. It's always in that moments where they lose a bit of concentration and straight away they are being capitalized.
Just 1 win this season for Tanjong Pagar. Well, that was on match day 1. And on match day 1, after that win, it was a big win against the Young Lions.
Yeah.
They were actually top of the league.
I think expectations were high as well after that first game.
Let's go. Matic. I'll go with a very late dive.
Not looking good for him with that decision to go down.
Tanjong Pagar will be looking to make more changes here. And it is looking like it's going to be Junior Gile getting ready to come off. I'm hearing that Shadat Masnawi will be the player to come on. Katusha. Lovely. Matic on a hat-trick. Sets it up for Sugita instead. Oh. Just wide from Masahiro Sugita.
Well, he has been running tirelessly. Sugita getting into that position again. Cut back. First touch, not good enough. Second touch, set up his shot. Wanted to play it at the bottom left of the goalkeeper, but just too much in there.
Substitution for Tanjong Pagar United, number 45 has been replaced by number 40.
I kind of expected this substitution. Shahdat Masnawi just slotting into the number 9 role. Will work similarly as well, being physical and trying to get that first ball, especially through their goal kicks.
Well, disappointing evening for Junior Gile. His night is done. And he's replaced by Shahdat Masnawi, who should be able to give them a bit more pace and mobility. He's a willing runner, Shahdat. Not very effective in front of goal. Doesn't have a great goal-scoring record. Just 4 in his previous 60 SPL appearances.
Very industrious. They will get in there.
And have managed to earn a corner here, Tanjong Pagar.
Could be the first corner of the game. Yeah, there we have it.
It'll be an outswinger. Balestier with good numbers back there.
You need to beat the first guy, at least with your delivery. You have seen good deliveries from Balestier Khalsa.
Cannavaro with the cross. There's Faisal. And getting his head up. Gets help from Daly. Lovely ball into Estevez. Fatullah, I think he might not have been ready for that. Perhaps wasn't expecting it to come into him. Offside is the call anyway. That run from Estevez.
Pretty late call from the assistant referee. No, I think we have difficult to see from the angle in terms of the time. Almost 15 minutes have passed in the second half, and Balestier Khalsa again having and maintaining the lead, comfortable lead at that.
Nice turn from Sugita. There'll be a booking here for Jesse Daly.
Now, as a neutral and also from a technical point of view, you don't want the pace of the game to go down. You still want to get your intensity at a good level, provide an entertaining game for the fans. From Balestier's point of view, you want to slow the game down.
Well, we did hear from Marko Kraljevic prior to this match. He said he wanted to finish off on a high. And we're looking for more goals, perhaps. Here's goal. Should have scored earlier. If it takes a deflection on its way through into Mandic, she can't get it under control.
I wonder if there are going to be changes for Balestier Khalsa. Fresher legs.
Well, Balestier, aside from looking to get more goals, will be trying to collect a clean sheet. They've only managed 1 so far in the league, and that was in a 2-0 win on the 5th of April against the Young Lions. And Balestier will look back upon the spell that they had in February and March, where they won 4 games in a row. Really helped with their push up the standings. Here's Daniel Go. Matic. Wow, he's able to get to that. Lovely from Matic into Go. Chance after chance. Balestier creating.
Yeah, they are still looking for those goals. They are not just maintaining their position, which is still fantastic to watch. And
here's Estevez with the step over. Estevez with the shot. Mustapic with the save.
Yeah, amazing. We've had one chance at the Balestier, or rather the Tanjong Pagar's end. Within a minute, we are on the other side. Save as well from Mustapic.
That's Estevez with the delivery. As Mustapic goes flying across.
What happens there? Somebody is on the ground.
Yeah, it looks like it's Subaric. Mustapic has also taken the opportunity to go down.
Let's look at this replay here. I think it was a clash. Subaric and one of the Tanjong Pagar players. Let's look at this replay here. On his own, he didn't want to get his teammates involved. Gone on back to his left foot. And what a save from Mustapic.
That's an excellent save. When you look at that on the replay. And this is because Subaric has made contact with Kim Lee Kwan. Accidental coming together. But still a painful one for Mario Subaric. As Marko Kraljevic continues his excellent record against Tanjong Pagar. And his 100% record against Alam Shah. He's won all the matches against him. Years and years of experience in Singapore football, Marko Kraljevic.
Well, has been in Malaysia playing before coming to Singapore to apply his trade as well.
And he was a very good player back in the day as well when he was playing for Balestier. There were no Balestier Central at the time. There's Fatola. Estevez. Harit. Looks like he might be struggling with a bit of cramp. So he headed that away. He seemed to be limping off. But still planning a couple of changes.
Yeah.
It looks like it's going to be the fullbacks who might be coming off.
Yeah, we have. I'm pretty sure Darren is going to be coming in, and not sure who else is going to be brought on.
And Darren Tay, who's been struggling with the virus. Let's go. That's good from Cannavaro. Hayes looks sharp. Lovely work, Cannavaro. And Fodil takes it away.
Again, the last piece of action is just not good enough. Got away from, I think it was Subaric, who made the last-ditch tackle. Look how strong he is to get away from Vujanic and Harith almost at the same time. Missed time tackle from Subaric. Well, I thought he had maybe one more second for him to decide on his next action.
Well, the players that Tanjong Pagar have signed from Timor-Leste, Zenivio Mota and Fabio Cannavaro, have been good value. Mota has been one of their most exciting players, and we're seeing from Cannavaro as well. He's got the ability to cause concern for the opposition defense.
Yeah, a bit unpredictable as well. Their type of play, very both are dribblers, likes to take on players, and you don't have those kind of players a lot in world football as of now.
It's won back well and fairly. Shahadat. Just behind Estevez. Not a bad idea. That back heel from Shahadat Masnawi. Daly. Estevez. That's Cannavaro! Mustapic with a good save again.
Oh, Mustapic got himself in a good position, just close to the 6-yard box, covering all sides, especially when the shot is coming so centrally. Pretty decent shot stopper, Mustapic.
Substitution for Tanjong Pagar United, number 2, as we replace
So Nakiuddin is on.
substitution for Tanjong Pagar United, number 3, as we replaced by number 17.
Yeah, I think, again, Jesse Daly is just lacking in match fitness. I don't think he can last good intensity. 60 minutes, pretty okay, pretty decent, but after that, it's dying off.
Completely understandable. He's been out for a long time. So Sahil Suhaimi on. There he is with his shot. Getting involved immediately. Sahil Suhaimi and Nakiuddin Yunus on for Jesse Daly and Sharul Sazali.
Marco still urging his players to go and press.
As Cannavaro couldn't find a teammate. And exciting stuff until that final pass. Katusha has not had many problems finding the final pass this season. 11 assists.
Yep.
For Katusha.
It makes a lot of difference. You can beat players, and especially if you're a winger, you need to play the ball in. Your cutbacks or your crosses has got to be good. Katusha has done that. He's got a few goals for himself.
Pretty close in terms of the possession percentages, but not close at all when it comes to the score. Mustapic was looking for support, saying that he didn't have any options to play it out.
He has played 2-3 good balls to beat those presses.
Substitution number 20 has been replaced by number 2, Darren.
So Fudil is off, Ignatius Ang is on. And Darren Tay is also coming on for Daniel Goh.
Yeah, really like for like. Darren going to right back. Ignatius going to right mid.
So a fresh right-hand side for Balestier.
I'm not surprised if Elijah Lim comes in later part of the game.
First 2 changes for Balestier, those Ignatius and Darren. That's Harith.
He looks okay. Harith Kanadi. No more limping.
You're well on the way here, Balestier.
Oh, they're pretty smart in keeping possession. Balestier Khalsa, again, active possession is always so much better than trying to defend. Just to the rest, your legs.
Darren Tay making his 19th appearance of the season for Balestier, his 119th for the club in all competitions since joining in January of 2022.
Offside, clearly for Sahil.
Well, Darren Tay, a player who's been very reliable for the club. He tends to be available. There's Subaric again. Takes it past halfway, continues on his run. As Katusha brings it inside. Matic. That's Katusha. Opens up for Katusha. Sugita back to Katusha again. Looking for the opening, not given one, so Ignatius Ang will send a cross in to Mandic.
Difficult as well for Mandic. Ball wasn't in front of him, had to take a few steps back to meet the ball and just glancing it to the goal. Much more difficult header for him.
Sugita. Katusha. Easily away from side Akmal. Matic off the post and again! Tin Matic, what a night for him. Completes his hat-trick.
Another thumbs up expected from Marco here. Really productive night for Tin Matic. And also Balestier Khalsa, 4 goals to the good. And they are flying. Hey, look at the marking as well. Look at Kim Lee Kwan was marking Mandic. And there wasn't any player tracking Tin Matic's run into the penalty box. The central players or the central midfielders were just jogging in. That's what Kim Lee Kwan was saying as well. He was marking Mandic, but who was marking Tin Matic?
Up to 5 goals in the SPL now for Tin Matic. Matches his tally from the Singapore Cup. 10 this season for Balestier. Turning into a very good source of goals, Tin Matic, by the end of the campaign. 10 goals in all competitions now.
It's pretty even, I think, for Balestier Khalsa, Tin Matic, Katusha, and Mandic.
Subaric. Away to Matic. That's Cannavaro. Subaric in the way. Vujanic. Zeva positioned in front of that back line. Helps to pick up that second ball. As Matic looking to create. Great run in behind. And that's another expertly finished by Sugita. Oh no, sorry, Ignatius Ang, it looks like. Flag has gone up for offside.
Yeah. It's always in contention. But he was so far ahead of his opponent. But I don't think it was that much when you look at it, because he started his run really early. He was slightly offside.
Well, checking to see if that was offside, and indeed it is. No goal. Just confirming that, as they have to, because he did his part. He scored.
Yeah. Good finish as well. Very calm.
It looks like it's going to be another couple of changes for Balestier.
Yeah, as they should. They are comfortable, 4-0 up. I think Elijah, Aning Raushan, Ilyasin, and also Ifat Chaban. They don't have a lot of players on the bench. Should be given some minutes here. No, you could argue that you can also give Martin some minutes as well.
Vujinic. That's Katusha. Try to reverse that into Matic. Estevez. Sahil. Twisting and turning. Can't get away from Madhu.
Good defending, Madhu. Again, managing the distance really well. Still smiling.
That's Mustapic. Almost making a meal of it, but cleans up in the end. And distributes very nicely out to Katusha. As Mandic in support. Katusha goes on his own and he puts that away easily.
Well, 5 for Balestier Khalsa. Katusha, I thought he might have just nicked it away from himself a bit too far. And a bit of hesitation from Matt Silva and created another opening for Katusha, toe poking it into the net. He must have gassed himself out after scoring. And look at his touch here. He was running towards Lee Chan-woo. Not a good touch there, not a good touch there as well. But Matt Silva should have just went in, collected it. Instead, open up another opportunity for Katusha to still open himself up. I don't think he was toe poking it. He was side footing it. Yep, he was side footing it. For goal number 5.
Yeah, you can see the hesitation from Silva. Katusha gets his 6th of the season. And Mustapic, by the way, will get the assist for that.
Yeah.
Balestier's goalkeeper. Matic is withdrawn.
Oh, Matic, 5 goals in the league. Katusha, goal number 6 already. Mandic, number 8.
So Elijah Lim and Ifat Shaban both on. Elijah, who scored the late winning goal in that victory over Gelang. So 5 on the night here for Balestier. They've got 4 spots sealed up once more, 3 in a row. Marko Kraljevic, what he's done as well, leading the club to a top half finish in 4th place once again, in spite of all the changes that they've had. Personnel, and the coaching staff.
They haven't gone too far away from what Peter did in terms of playing style. They are still playing a lot of the ball on the ground. I don't think they are more exciting than Peter Diru's side, but they don't concede. I think that's the most important as well. Peter Diru's side can score 5, but they can also concede 5.
That's Katusha. Ang. Te. Another one for Balestier. Ifat Shaban will be delighted with that. And look at those celebrations.
Yeah, they are still celebrating it as if they are just one goal ahead of Tanjong Pagar. 6 now. Again, well worked goal from the Tigers. It was 2 substitutes combining at the last 2 stages of the goal. Katusha out wide, Ignatius Ang, Delante, and fell kindly and nicely for Ifat Chaban. And again, in the 6-yard box, don't think he would miss from there.
Ifat Chaban scores his first ever Singapore Premier League goal.
Smiles from Marco.
Well, Mandic is off, and he has been replaced by Ilyasin Zayan.
Well, you wonder as well, Tanjong Pagar, how are they going to take this? Well, you still have only one more match to go, but still, 6-0. We talked about whoever capitalizes on mistakes is going to be winning this game. And again, Balestier Khalsa, much more decisive, much more clinical, especially in the attacking third.
Looking for another. Marko Kraljevic will be absolutely delighted with this. He's gotten exactly what he's asked for.
Yeah. You wanted at least 3 goals, and I'm pretty sure they can keep a clean sheet, trying to entertain the fans as well. They have not let up after scoring 3 goals in the first half. So we got on with the game with good intent and purpose.
There's Darren. Chance for another. Easily saved by Silva. Well, this will be Tanjong Pagar's second heaviest defeat of the season. They lost twice this campaign to the Lion City Sailors. Both of those were 7-0 hammerings. And Balestier with their 6 goals here as well. Up to 40 for the campaign now, just 2 behind Alberex in terms of goals scored. It's Vujanic. And this would also be, in terms of a winning margin, Balestier's biggest victory over Tanjong Pagar since their return to the SPL. Elijah. Too close to Silva.
Well, sometimes it feels like it's too easy for Balestier Khalsa just to cut through Tanjong Pagar, both in terms of collective actions and also individual actions.
Well, Tanjong Pagar will be grateful for that. Just 3 minutes at the minimum.
Yeah, pretty sure they would want the final whistle to be blown right now.
Well, Tanjong Pagar have now conceded 62 goals this campaign. It's Elijah Lim. Sahil. Faisal. Estevez was looking for Nakiuddin.
Oh, no more subs for Balestier Khalsa. Arif Kanadi has to play this through.
That's Estevez having to try and do too much. Ignatius Ang, Katusha, could be another on the break. And Silva, quick off his line, passes it back to Katusha, goes from halfway. Wayward attempt.
It's cute from Katusha. I understand the idea. The ball here is also a little bit too hard. Yep, it's going out the moment it left his right boot.
Shubaric, he wants one as well.
Why not?
Ifat Shaban. And Fatola gets it to Matt Silva. So 1-0 at the end of that first half. 5 conceded in this second. It's been a dominant display from Balestier.
Yeah, it has been really entertaining in the first half, in the first 20-25 minutes. And then Balestier Khalsa just took control, especially in the second half. They were way better in terms of every single action, especially in the final third. Decisive, and look at the smiles from the substitute Ifat Shaban, and also the fans been treated to pretty decent goals in terms of quality and of course quantity as well.
So just the 1 goal in that first half, scored by Tin Matic in the 12th minute. But they took Tanjong Pagar apart in the second. Matic with his hat-trick. Mandic getting on the score sheet as well. Jakov Katusha also scoring his 6th of the season. And then we had a special moment for Ifat Shaban scoring his first ever Singapore Premier League goal. There is Matic, the hat-trick hero for Balestier this evening. A wonderful performance by the home side. They wanted to wrap up the campaign at home in style, and they've certainly done so. It finishes here at Bishan Stadium. Balestier Khalsa 6, Tanjong Pagar United 0. 4th place secured for Balestier. Well, let's have a look at the action from this match. Beginning with this opening goal for Balestier. Tin Matic with a touch away from Lee Chan-woo. And just take a look at this strike. Beautifully done.
I think, again, this is where we just admire the beauty, especially the camera angle as well. Coming in from behind, Matic. Ball pass, or rather a 1-2 with Mandic. Got himself ahead. Beauty, this one, to start off the win for Balestier Khalsa.
That was in the 12th minute. And the quality of the deliveries from Vujanic from those corners finally rewarded with a goal by Mandic in the 51st to make it 2-0.
Yeah, we have seen this, I think, at least 4 times before. Vujanic playing it in from a corner kick. And this time around, Mandic finished it with a plump. Again, this was absolutely well worked from Balestier Khalsa. Penetrative pass by the goalkeeper. Mustafic started it all. And a good run from Mandic, opened it up for his teammate Tin Matic for his 2nd goal of the night. And I always admire this kind of goal for any team. Well worked. And look at that amount of space, 4v4. And look at this run here. Look at that run from Mandic, just coming into the right-hand side, allowing Matic to have that free space. And what a goal it was. and this brought a really comfortable lead for Balestier Khalsa.
And that was 3 in the 54th minute. Matic completing his hat-trick in the 79th to make it 4-0. Katusha with the pass into him, off the post, back into Matic, and it's his night.
Yeah, I mean, you hit the ball the first time round, you hit the post, and again, it just fell kindly back towards him. He was first to the ball as well, reacted quickest and best to it, using his inside foot to score into an empty net.
And then in the 83rd, Mustapic, the goalkeeper, lovely bit of distribution out to Katusha. Still had a lot of work to do, but he put that past Matt Silva to make it 5 to Balestier.
Quick counter-attack from Balestier Khalsa here. Good distribution. Again, just waiting for the ball to roll, control it, attacked. Lee Chan-woo was given a bit more space after the hesitation by goalkeeper Matt Silva, and he took it. And for the goal for Balestier Khalsa, number 5. And the 86th minute, 3 substitute combined. First Nations, second touch from Darren Tay, and third and final one from Ifat Shaban to make it number 6.
Yeah, that was in the 86th. Ifat Shaban, what a moment for him. His first SPL goal. And the marking there, again from Tanjong Pagar. Ifat just on the blind side of Syed Akmal. Getting on the end of that pass from Darren Tay into the 6-yard box. Can't miss from that position. Completing the scoring for Balestier as we have a look at some of the numbers from that match.
55% possession, something you would expect as well from Balestier Khalsa. 17 attempts, 50% of it on target. And corner kicks, 10 corner kicks for Balestier Khalsa, and a lot of it came from the left foot of Vojanic, who eventually got the assist from Mandic in that attempt at goal. I'm pretty sure that this has been a really efficient attempt in a game for Balestier Khalsa, and I think in the second half it was too easy as well.
It was. I think they were pretty comfortable, and they certainly had a lot more firepower in that second half for Tanjong Pagar United, who fell apart once again. For Tanjong Pagar, for them, well, it's another season in which they will see themselves finishing bottom of the standings. With this result, they were 4 points off the Young Lions coming into this fixture. Desperately needed something from this match, and they will be finishing last in this campaign. So 2 positions on the table have been confirmed with this result. Balestier Khalsa, with this win, means another 4th place finish for them secured. What a wonderful performance. Marko Kraljevic, he came into this match saying that he wanted a big win. He wanted goals. He wanted his side to reward the fans for their attendance this campaign and what they've been coming out to do in supporting this side throughout this season here at Bishan Stadium. And he's gotten it. He certainly has. And I think he'll be so pleased with the fact that his side have been able to not just pick up the 3 points, but they've been able to entertain and pick up the points in style.
Well, they have been fantastic, especially the second half of the season. They have been on a consistent run, and I think the fact that the players available were more consistent as well to get their best 11 out, and it resulted in a lot of good victories, a lot of good momentum, and I think a good end to the season as well for Balestier Khalsa.
There you go. So the players coming across, getting congratulations from the coach. Season not done. They still have 1 more match. But in terms of the final placing on the standings, 4th is the best that they're going to be able to do, and it's a good season for Balestier in that regard, with all the changes that they've seen at the club, with Marko Kraljevic coming in as the coach once again, his 3rd spell. And on his 285th match as a head coach in Singapore football, he gets a victory, and he gets a big one. 6 goals scored, and also the clean sheet coming through as we have a look at the confirmation on the standings. Balestier Khalsa fourth. That's been secured. 32 points. Tanjong Pagar United will finish last, right at the bottom of the table. And the Young Lions as well pick up a point with that draw against Geylang International. So Geylang in fifth, Balestier in fourth. As we have a look at what else is to come on match week 20. Plenty of goals already so far, 10 of them from the 2 matches that we had today. Another 2 tomorrow. Hougang against BG Tampines back here at Bishan Stadium. And the Lion City Sailors, the Singapore Premier League champions, up against Albrechts Negata Singapore. That one is over at Jalan Besar, both kicking off at 7:30 p.m. And that is a couple of important fixtures in that race for second. And continental football on the line for BG Tampines and Albrechts Negata Singapore. Well, thanks for joining us for this one. We'll see you tomorrow for more from the Singapore Premier League, but it's goodbye from Bishan for this evening.
Another game 2-2. Is more effective finish. Don't allow them to give contract.